Tá ball-lìn fás tron upper cruig agus úne sóirite a had dúine tu stèidhte buan ball-lìn na ALBA a cuireachd.
I'm the Netball Development Officer for the Edinburgh area. It's a role that's co-invested with Netball Scotland, the University of Edinburgh and the local association here. So I work to develop and build more opportunities for people to take part in netball. Today you are here to look at walking netball, which is a modified version of the game. It is mostly aimed at elderly people. As you can see, we've got our lovely ladies here playing today, and it's pretty much the same rules of netball, but just lower impact, less speed, and making it more accessible and inclusive for everyone.
Cha bhí ball-lìn coiseach cumasach, as únis na dúine a bhí sa gopur cruig ar feach na dúcha go súr holach, gus bethe háirse na project an seo.
I'm very lucky to be friends with Rita, who works for Netball, or was doing work for Netball Scotland, and she asked me to come along and just help her out at one of the sessions, and it was so much fun that when she said, "Look, would you mind leading one?" It was a no-brainer. It was too much fun to say no to. As you can tell by my accent, I'm Australian, so I've been playing netball since I was 4. So we start a lot younger in Australia, but we have a lot more space. And so yeah, I grew up playing netball. My mother was a coach and an umpire, and I've got a daughter, so of course it's just led on from there. I started when we moved here. I started as a player, and then of course my daughter was growing up, and there's not enough coaches and people who want to take on coaching, and netball's quite a new sport, really, in the grand scheme of things. And so if I wanted her to play the game that I loved, I had to get involved. And so I started with Olivia first, and then you get involved, and it's a great community to keep. Like, you can expand and try different things, and your roles can change over time.
Tá ball-lìn an teirse ar corim a thuirt do bhorrainich a bheith an bheach go na lainn acha a cluiche sport ar tín go críoch, corim eile a bhí cúmal fallin is cadidir an Dùn-Èideann.
It's brilliant because you get to a point, like I know when my mum was playing, she got to a point where it was like, well, I'm now too old. I'm sort of been put on the heap. Whereas this is brilliant. These are women who either haven't played netball or are at the end of their competitive game that still want to do something and be active and a part of something.
I played netball before. I played in primary school and then a little bit in high school and a little bit at college. Normal netball's quite a fast sport, so I hadn't really considered that I'd be able to do something that's a bit slower, a slower version of it.
Oh, I love it. I'm visually impaired and I'm going to lose my sight, so I wanted to do physical exercise before I lost my sight completely. So the girls here have been absolutely tremendous, helping me with shouting my name when I need to catch the ball. Lots of camaraderie, lots of friendship. It's just great fun.
I think it's great, especially with the older women, especially if they're lonely. It gives them a sense of, almost a sense of home. Like, they come here, they get to have great banter with their friends, they're playing a sport, they're getting active, so their minds are constantly being used. Just the health benefits will be brilliant for these women.
It's about keeping fit, but the social side too. Going out and doing something on my days off.
A lot of us will have coffee afterwards and chat. We all know if we've had grandchildren, pictures put up on WhatsApp, so it's great fun.
Yeah, just as I say, it's friendly and sociable. We often have a coffee afterwards.
It's just given me a whole new bunch of friends.
Tá ball-lìn na ALBA go mór ar san an urid buannach sa gabhas tí na isteach eis an sport iachín. Ma had der cluichen sport mar ha no nach el.
Netball is a sport that you don't have to be good at. Like, when you compare it to a lot of other sports, oh, I won't play that because everyone's really good. These women learn something new every week. We start with basics all the time. Every time there's a new person come in, we start with the basics, and we're not, as I remind them, we're not trialling for the thistles or the sirens. So we make mistakes, we move on, and we enjoy it, and it's just an easy sport to pick up because there's no pressure, and people can just have fun, and that's the main thing.
Just come along and give it a try. If you can catch a ball, you can play netball.
Come along, you'll be very welcome. It's great fun. and you don't need to know what you're doing, you just come along and enjoy it.
Si dew almahaun if you're far si ball-lìn na ALBA. Atsaheid the coid son barachioin buannachdan nienin je gach oosjes kummis a horsin sass and spores.
This is one of our longest standing walking netball sessions in the Edinburgh area. We've got 2 others that run regularly, and there's a few more in the pipeline as well. I think netball is one of the fastest growing sports in not just the UK but worldwide as well, and Netball Scotland is hugely ambitious. We want to be the #1 sport for women and girls in Scotland, and for that reach and profile to grow. It's a very exciting, dynamic sport, and the ladies here with the walking netball today just show that you don't have to be a certain age or a certain physical ability to participate. It is very much a sport for all. So yeah, it's just building on the growth that we've experienced over the last couple of years, and following the Commonwealth Games this summer, we're starting to see the trickle effect of that as well, and there's been a bit of a boom. So yeah, we're getting lots of inquiries and more opportunities for women and girls of all ages to play the sport.